A viewer suggested this altcoin, and since I find it really interesting in the finance space, I went ahead and analyzed it for it. I have developed my 20 metrics to truly analyze altcoins from start to finish. So, talk about the numbers, data, and facts, such as what the market capitalization is, but also what the liquidity is, how the tokenomics are structured, how strong the team is in the end, and also, let's say, what the roadmap of the altcoin looks like. I will analyze all of this with you today in order to make a precise forecast at the end. Yes, then let's start directly with Yearn Finance, which is also in the mid-cap sector in the end. It definitely still has a lot of potential and has a very interesting token. We reviewed the 20 metrics again, and I highly recommend this video where I explain the 20 metrics in detail. It is important that you take a closer look at all of them. Now let's start directly with the market capitalization, which is 153 million. It is in the mid-cap sector and definitely still has strong growth opportunities. And the next point, the circulating supply is usually 30%, and yes, it is at 92%, which is extremely good. This means that most tokens are already on the market, which suggests that there is ultimately no inflation risk, as no new coins are coming to market to flood it. Then the roadmap, well, constant updates for the optimization of yield strategies ultimately, and the focus on yield farming are set on the roadmap. So from that perspective, they also have a strong roadmap and are continuously building on the DeFi sector. So, what about the team? Well, it is definitely founded by DeFi experts. The developers also support the, let's say, Yearn community and, as mentioned, the users. So from that perspective, it is also solidly positioned. What narratives does Yearn Finance ultimately serve? The automation of yield optimization in the DeFi sector is also very interesting, ensuring that there are ultimately the best possible returns. But it doesn't have a classic current narrative in that sense. What problem does it solve? Optimizing returns for users in the DeFi sector and simplifying yield farming for investors. So, what are the tokenomics like? There is a fixed maximum supply, which ultimately results in a deflationary supply, and it has very solid tokenomics without any nasty surprises, because as mentioned, most tokens are already on the market, and there is a fixed maximum supply. Then the investors, how does it look there? Supported by top investors like Polychain, but also other investors like Blockchain Capital, so they are well positioned and solidly supported. So, what about the capital? Well, it's funded by community revenues, of course, and fees, along with additional income from token locking. Marketing. How does that look? Well, the marketing focuses on the DeFi community and social media, high scalability and high visibility in the design through DeFi products and of course other partnerships. Then it is simply easy to understand. The next point, and yes, the DeFi concept, I would say, is easy to understand in the sense that you receive certain returns when you lock or hold a coin. The target audience is primarily experienced crypto investors and users, especially those involved in yield farming. And what is also important is that not everyone ultimately understands that a token currently costs around $5,000. And then there is always the thing that many people do not immediately know, that you can also split the token, meaning you can buy only parts of the token. That one does not have to have 5,000 as a minimum investment. This could still lead to difficulties, as people may not understand this. Then the next point, what is the long-term vision? Well, they want to be a leading platform for yield strategies in the DeFi space, focusing on constant improvements and new strategies to ultimately maximize the yields. Then the next point, it is deflationary, it has a maximum supply, and yes, it has a fixed supply ultimately at 36,646 tokens, which is very low, and no new tokens will be created anymore, which is also very positive, and thus it is a deflationary model. Then the fully diluted market capitalization corresponds to the current market capitalization, which is very good, and thus there is no inflation risk. Then the volume through the market capitalization is greater than 0.001, and yes, it is at 0.12, and the trading volume is approximately 20 million. So, what about the token distribution? There are no additional lockup periods or anything like that. All tokens are already in circulation, and the token distribution is solely based on community involvement, which is very, very positive, extremely good tokenomics. What about the top coin holders? Are they low? Yes, they are low. It is very widely distributed in the network, which is very positive. And the risk for individual holders who own too many tokens is very low. So what is the utility? Well, first for governance, then also for voting and for managing the platform by the token holders. And the next point is the community, a very active and engaged DeFi community, which is very positive, supported by forums, finance, Telegram, and Twitter, and that is definitely a positive thing. So, what is the current situation? Well, the DeFi market is slowly stabilizing and it will be on the rise again. At the moment, the sector is a bit quiet and Forums Finance really offers attractive yield strategies in the DeFi area. Then it is important to know that at the moment central banks are lowering interest rates, which will become essential for risk essence in the future. Currently there is still no altcoin season, but more and more institutional investors are entering the market, which is very positive. Retail is still to come, but as mentioned, the altcoin bull run is definitely ahead. Yes, and then we come to the conclusion. Yes, the market capitalization is already above 10 to 100 million, which is no longer a low cap, and that makes sense. However, the narrative is currently not so strong. For the next bull run, I don't see such extreme potential because it simply won't have the narrative in this bull run, so it's not entirely easy to understand, especially regarding the price. At the moment, it's around $5,000, and many people, I would say, might not understand that you can actually buy only parts of the coin. This might deter some individuals. And the current situation is that it is not an altcoin season at the moment, so it is a bit difficult right now and we have to wait. But I am quite optimistic that the altcoin season will begin in a few months. And then we will come to the result: 17.5 points out of 20, 88%, an extremely good result. Above all, the tokenomics are truly out of this world and very positive. And then the price prediction. Yes, a 10 to 15x is, in my opinion, realistically, it has fully diluted market capitalization concerning the entire crypto market, and just regarding the narrative, it is possible until the end of the bull run. That would be 50,000 to 75,000 per coin. Yes, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the analysis, feel free to give it a like and also let me know in the comments what altcoins you have on your radar. I would really be interested to hear about that. And if you want to check out more analyses from me, I will link a playlist up here. If you don't want to miss any altcoin analysis in the future, I upload a new altcoin analysis every Saturday and Sunday, so feel free to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for that and see you in the next video. Bye.